right, welcome to the DDFW Comedy After Show. This is a weekly podcast we do every week. I'm sitting in as a guest host. I'm Busco Jones. As always, I've got Richard Moore here with me.
Yes, sir.
And this week, our new and upcoming comedian, or just the guest we have, is going to be Adrian Backpack Johnson. Is that all right?
Hey, I got the backpack close by. Always.
Yeah, always. That's good.
Hot backpack.
It's the mystery bag.
It's the mystery bag. Probably just empty as shit.
Well, hey.
It's good, though. It's good to have a lot. You never know when you're going to have to carry something.
Something big.
Yeah, or something large. Yeah, leave space.
I'm not going to school, you know what I'm saying? No.
Well, you're in comedy school, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's
something
more like
that,
alternative
Busco.
education.
yeah, definitely alternative. For sure.
But yeah, so welcome if you're joining us. Basically what we do here is we're going to talk to Adrian here for a bit, about 30 minutes, about him getting into comedy, what that's been like for him. And after that, we're going to get into a little bit about the open mic scene and what you can do if you want to get into comedy, because that's what this show is about, getting in, being in, and staying in comedy in the Dallas area and promoting that whole scene. So to that, man, how did you get into this, man? When did you get started?
Man, I've been doing this about a year, man. I got in it was kind of like a little release, man. I had, was on the outs and wanting to do it because I heard a lot at work about getting comedy, and I should tell jokes and I should go up there and make people laugh and all this good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of, and as I was leaving my job, as far as, quitting my job, it was kind of, why don't I go do this? You know what I'm saying? Why not? If I don't go do it, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I got in touch with a friend of mine, and he put me in touch with a guy named Mike Bowers. Shout out to Mike.
Yes, sir, Mike.
He put me in touch with him, and once he put me in touch with him, he kind of got me involved in the Fort Worth comedy scene. Which I didn't realize, man, that there was that much. It is an underground comedy scene, but it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of clubs out there, man. It's a lot of bars out there that are doing comedy. When we first got into it, when he brought me to it.
This is pre-COVID? Right?
Yeah, this is pre-COVID.
Okay,
this is pre-COVID.
Right.
So we were actually, hitting it, and it was fun. It was fun. It wasn't anything that I was looking into, like as far as hopping into and making money or doing podcasts or anything like that. It was just about getting up here, seeing if I can make people laugh.
Right. Yeah.
And that was just, so if I didn't mean to cut anything off, so that was your challenge, to make people laugh.
That was my challenge. I mean, that's the whole point of doing comedy. If you let's say you sing R&B, okay? If you sing R&B, people aren't coming to your shows to hear jokes.
Right.
They're coming to your shows to either be romantic or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So as far as me doing jokes, I'm getting into it to try to make people laugh. I'm standing, when I first got into it, I was a bartender, okay? And at work, it was a horseshoe bar, all right?
Okay.
It's kind of like a stage as it is, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. My point exactly. On
Meet
a Friday
and greet
night,
people.
man, on a Friday night, Saturday night, we're busy, man. You got people coming in here pissed off because they don't have their drinks. They're ready to eat. It's busy. They just got off work, got their paycheck. They're hungry. It's the end of the week. They're ready to eat. They're ready to get drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, instead of you being mad at me because it's taking me a little too long to get your drink, I'm going to make you laugh a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up.
They forget time.
Exactly. They forget time. So once I started doing that, people that were regulars started coming in and telling me, you know what, you should go do this. You should go do that. You should try to do this. You should try to do it. And I talked to Mike, and Mike showed me around the scene, and let me get in there into a few clubs.
Right.
And it just, it like I said, it became more than what I expected. It was more, the passion built up as far as me seeing people laugh.
It's addictive.
It's very addictive. It's very addictive.
When you tell that joke right on stage and somebody, even if you get just 2 responses at an open mic, that's still a little bit, it's like a little.
Right. And see, in the open mics, those are, some of them can be brutal, boy. Be brutal. So if you go into one that you know is brutal and that you know for sure that you don't get any laughs ever.
Yeah.
And then you go in there and you make them laugh.
No, that feels good.
That's even better. You know what I'm saying? That makes everything even that much better when you come off stage. You got more laughs. it's kind of like a battle within yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then once you win that battle, man, it's on. It's on.
That's
so,
what's up. That's what's up, Adrian Johnson.
No, I keep coming. Well, I think you got the second question, but I think he kind of answered that, right?
But yeah, okay.
I don't know. I don't know that guy. Who's that guy?
AJ Johnson. I don't know, but okay. Now this is the question. Thank you, Busco, for the intro of the next question. Sir.
Oh, well, my bad.
No. I was gonna, but
he said Mr. Bowers. I thought that's
it's the Bowers.
Bowers, yeah. He's
is he a comedian?
He's been doing comedy for a while. He kind of hopped out of comedy. He kind of hopped out, and then whenever my friend that I went to school with, whenever he told me about Mike Bowers, it was kind of, Mike was like, well, let me get back into it too. You know what I'm saying? I'll ride with you and we'll get into it. You know, we'll hop into it and I'll hop back into it. Okay. And he's done some shows, he's done some stuff, but this is years back that he's done this. And like I said, he hopped out as far as family and stuff like that. He hopped out. But whenever my homeboy hooked me up with him, it was like, better, let's get back into it and let's start doing it.
Okay, because see, that was my next question. Like, what was the first comedian that you met? But since Mr. Busco, so let's get on to the next question there.
Well, I'm
just saying, but you know what I'm saying? I appreciate. No, it's okay. It's okay, Busco. I ain't even mad though. I'm just saying, I want a chance to.
I'm watching the time here. But here's what we're gonna do. Wow. It's gonna be a variable. So all the where it says me now, it's gonna be you, and then where it says you, it's gonna be me.
What? Okay, what does variable mean?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's go.
Richard's from Richardson. He's simple. Simple.
Hey, don't be telling everybody who I am, man. Don't be doing like that, man. I'm from Dallas.
I'm just trying to tell them that Richardson, they say he's got good school districts and
stuff. We never explained on where I was at in Richardson. We just say I went to Richardson. That's
true.
All I'm saying.
You're right.
I'll never tell anybody that.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
This is why you shouldn't be friends with comedians, because we will put you on blast.
On blast.
You ain't never lying. It's like almost like a what's that called? Not an open mic, beast battle. The
roast?
Yeah, I don't want to. No,
I'm sorry, Richard. I love you. I apologize.
No, man, he's so full of shit.
Oh man.
Right. Okay, so is it me now?
Yes, sir.
It's me now. Okay.
Yes,
all right. Young Pimp.
What's up, man?
You doing all right, man?
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to show that chain. What's up? Show that chain, man.
Let me get it out there, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Let them know what you're doing, baby. That mother bling power around.
Ain't that how they do it in the D now? That's what.
Let them know what it is, baby. Let them know what it is.
Doing it out here, huh?
That's what I'm talking. it.
Man,
that's thugging in the Triple D, baby. We thug out here, man.
I see that.
All right, so let's get on to this next one. You understand what I'm saying? So, this one right here is gonna be. This is the question. How do you balance? I said balance. How do you balance relationship, comedy, work, and family with what you're doing right now in the comedy game? How do you balance all that together to make it coexist as one unit?
Man, honestly, you got to take time away from doing everything, man. Like, honestly, okay.
Come on, give it to me.
Family first, Of course, you've got to work. So with work, I actually had to sacrifice and leave a job. You know what I'm saying?
To pursue your dream.
Yeah, you got to. And the reason I say you have to is because in the comedy game, when does everything usually happen? At night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So if you can't move at night and you're at work, you got to make some sacrifices and move to where you can move at night.
Right.
And with me, I was lucky enough, and this is during COVID, I was lucky enough to be able to find something because I was working in the restaurant industry.
Okay.
So I was, and working at night is where the money is.
Right.
So I was able to leave that and go do something during the day to where I can still make some money.
Okay.
But also at the same time, I can still turn around and hit open mics,
Right.
And with the restaurant job, I could have done it, but it would have been get off work, go straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can't. Sometimes you can't. You even when the times that I get off of work, I wouldn't be able to make it up there on time.
Right.
Yeah, well, then you're stressing out at work about being off on time, messing up the
Right.
day.
Exactly.
Smelling like food and onions and shit like that.
Man.
I understand, bro.
That's how I used to
I
show
get
up.
it, bro.
Yeah, I still do because I bartend wait tables.
That's what
I
I'm
show up.
saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, though, man. I mean, some people can do it.
Yeah.
You know, but
Right.
everything that happens, like everything that's happening right now in the whole DDFW comedy scene, no joke that I'm seeing. Yes, there's a lot of open mics going up, scattering around throughout, out Texas. But a lot of stuff that's popping off, where a lot of these people branched off of, is Dallas.
Right.
Right.
So if Dallas is popping in the comedy scene, I'm all the way in Fort Worth.
Yeah, dude. You
So
make
that's a trek, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
to hit all these open mics.
That's a
There's no
drive.
way that I'll be able to get off from work, working in Fort Worth, to shoot all the way to Dallas
Yeah.
if I'm not working during the day.
So you had to
know?
switch your schedule up in order to hit these mics.
You've got to. You've got to. It's a sacrifice, man. And yes, man, don't get me wrong. That restaurant money is lovely. That restaurant money is
It's
lovely,
good.
especially where I was at. It's lovely. So that's a sacrifice I had to give up to be able to hit open mics and turn around, which in hindsight put me on shows.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
know,
what's
that's the
up.
only way that you can do it.
That's what's up. You gotta get your face out there, y'all. You have
got
to get
to.
your face out there. You have to get your face out there. You have to get your comedy out.
I had to practice. too.
Right.
Yeah,
You- and that's what those open mics are set up for practice, to get your material out at the same time. So once you figure out and balance those, it's AJ done.
Well,
know what I'm saying?
you mentioned like, well, I like what you said up front about having to work, because some comedians I've met, they haven't been doing this a year, maybe 2 years, and they're getting real concerned with making money at comedy.
Yeah.
Which, like, I think I can only think of one person right now in our scene that actually is doing that, and it has nothing to do with his comedy. Like George Red, even though he's making money, he's doing it because he's hosting a bunch of these open mics. Which there's
Right.
there's a little bit of money to be made in that. It's
Right.
not. It's not like for family and having to support a family and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear, because I've seen some comedians who've gotten into it, and if they're not making money after year 2,
They quit.
they start quitting. And
Yeah.
it's like, wait. Like,
But see, and that's
you can't
the thing.
do that. This
Yeah.
takes 5-6 years before you really, in my opinion, if you get offered stage time and it's a crowd, and you've been doing this less than 5 years, and you say something about money, you kind of foolish, because you're just missing
Right.
out on a possible opportunity.
Right.
And the crazy thing, like Sib said, he did an open mic. Sib said he did an open mic one time, just open mic, and got offered to do a show after the open mic because the way he presented himself on stage and the comment that he gave. So just because you go to the open mic doesn't mean that you can, be laxable. Is that a word?
Lackadaisical.
That's man. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta
Lackadaisical.
get-
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
So
move your mouth. I'm just saying. I mumble. I have to enunciate.
okay, yeah, okay.
It's hard.
Lackadaisical. as he
I feel
said,
how
you know
douchey
what I'm
I
saying?
am.
So,
you know what I mean?
but with your exposure being at
Busco
them,
went to a good school in Forney.
did you hear him? Lackadaisical. Yeah. So
It was a school.
it's a school.
It was all right.
So the whole thing of the gesture is, just because you go to open mics doesn't mean that no one is there to listen to you and hear you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
do your mics, do it to the best of your ability, and don't run from it, man. Just stand up and do your
Stuff.
Do
there
your
you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Thank you, brother.
You
I
welcome.
appreciate it, man.
I'm here for you.
Man, you all right. You all right with me, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, so on to the next question, and this is kind of like a big picture question. So, like, how do you want to be remembered as a comedian? Like, like what's when somebody sees you on stage, what do you want them to take away? Do you just want to remember your name? Just remember you?
No,
Take away the
it's-
head.
it's-
I'm sorry. You take a man. He know I love him, man.
Oh,
And we always go back and forth. I know that's a question that you wanted to ask him, Busco, but when you see that, and then that backpack, and then that head, you be like, boy.
Hey, that's all that knowledge that I stored from the materials in my backpack.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what
I'm
I'm saying?
sorry. I'm gonna shut up.
Hey,
I personally love people that look like cartoon characters.
this. Yeah, man.
It was you know what I mean? It's good. It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. So this what we doing now.
This what we
huh?
doing,
This what
baby.
we
This what
doing
we
now?
doing.
No,
'Cause we
no.
idiots. You know it's us.
This
Man.
what, see, this what we doing now, Rich. This,
Huh?
I feel white and excluded.
Don't. I'm sorry. This is a.
Hey, now
I'm not even finna get about what he said though a couple days ago, but I would not get into that conversation because we talk on the phone, you know, almost every other day, not all the time, but when we do talk, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we talking, conversating, and everything else, and he was like, "Rich, I got something to tell you." And he told me, I was like, "Oh." And then my son was in the car. And he was rolling, dude. So I am not gonna get into that, y'all. I promise you, I'm not. That's gonna be a conversation that AJ has to get into, and once he gets into it, then I will piggyback off what he just said. Now to the following
back to the question.
Back to the question.
Okay,
what do you want me to remember?
If we got time, I'll get into it. Okay, but yeah, let's get through these questions so I can tell this little story so we can hear what Rich got to say.
Nothing.
Let's see what Rich got. No, but as far as a comedian, man, like I said, you don't get, and I said this earlier, you don't get into this to not make people laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I really want, man, and a thing that really touched me when I first got into doing this. You know, and like I said, I've only been doing it for a year.
Right,
okay?
right.
So when I first got into it, what really touched me, man, and got me is this lady came up and she actually told me that you don't know what you're doing and making people laugh, you could be changing somebody's life.
Oh yeah,
right.
Agreed.
Right.
And
even in a small way.
Even in a small way. And what's crazy is there's so many times that I feel that I try to pull back and not say some things because I'm scared that I'm gonna hurt people's feelings. But at the same time, it's jokes. You know, we're telling jokes. We're not trying to do anything and hurt people's feelings being maliciously.
Right.
But we're trying to make light of situations. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which are sometimes malicious and crazy situations.
Exactly.
Happen to be.
So I always want to be that person I want to be remembered as somebody who actually made people enjoy life, man. Made people have fun. Made people, you know, forget about your problems. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, like, I don't know if we can say it on here, but every day throughout the day, a daily basis, I forget about my problems on a regular hourly, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So instead of that, why can't I replace that with
comedy.
me making somebody laugh? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
And if it means that I'm still forgetting about my problems, but I'm enjoying my life, let me help you enjoy yours. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, but
I'm with you.
I'm sorry, Busco. But you did hit something when you said that these are jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are my observation to make you laugh, to get you on point to where you feel comfortable when you come out to these shows. So if I say something that offended you, I'm sorry. That was not the plan.
That's not the plan.
That is not the goal.
Now,
the goal is to make you
it's
see
a
what
thin
I'm talking
line,
about.
though. It like, and the reason I say it's a thin line is because don't think just because we're telling jokes and like me, if I'm trying to help you enjoy your day, don't think that you can easily come and just want to try to heckle, because we can easily flip the switch.
Real fast,
and turn it from jokes to now we're on something serious.
Now
you know what I'm saying? We
right. You know what I'm saying? It's like based. I'm finna get on your ass.
I'm finna tear you up.
I'm finna get on and. You don't want that.
Lord, don't hurt me, but I'm about to tear this fool up, okay? It's one of them, you know what I'm saying? We can do it, you know, but at the same time, it's jokes, man. Let's enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? We only get one life, man. We only get one life, you know. Let's enjoy it, man. Let's rock.
Oh man. Okay, bro, you hit that. Okay, that's a mouthful in my opinion. Because we're not guaranteed every day when we wake up. It's not guaranteed.
So
no,
and I don't mean I don't mean
hey,
to
get especially not Rich's age, man. Rich so old. You too, Busco. Y'all so old, man. Y'all. This how y'all wake up in the morning, bro.
Ouch.
Oh, okay, good. We got one more day. Y'all wake up in the morning, man, and start popping.
Busco, like I told you, it's a matter of time.
He's not wrong.
That's what I'm saying, but it was a matter. Don't agree with that.
Well, I mean,
don't you agree with Head Sanford? Don't agree with that, man. Do not
I'm
agree
sorry.
with
Well,
that.
I take roast differently.
No, man, squash that, bro.
I enjoy the roast.
I enjoy the roast too, but you know what I'm saying, talking about how we wake up. Oh, anyway, I ain't finna go there with you, man. But that was a good one, dog.
I got one of the back massagers because I'm old. That thing knocks it out. I'm up in 5 minutes.
Busco, we would not give our age,
man.
up,
I'm old too.
I didn't give up an age.
No, but you said a massager. Don't give him that, bro. Don't give him that. Don't give him that, bro.
Hey, it's not old, man. You only as old as you think you are, man.
You sure right. That's what I'm talking about. Now
we're gonna call it oldish.
Okay, now oldish.
Oldest shirt.
Oldest shirt. Okay. Now, this
Say
is,
that like he's 20.
Yeah, no, he not.
No, just kidding.
Hey, no, he not. Boy.
I still feel 20. It ain't gonna change.
Hey, there you go. There you
I
go.
still feel 20.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here we go. Here we go. All right. This next question. What was your first show that you did? Your first gig that you did, you know, after open mic where you was on a showcase?
The very first gig, and this goes back to what Sib said, man. I got offered a show from an open mic also when I first started. Okay?
Right.
And the crazy deal was, man, is like I said, we had hit the Fort Worth scene. Like I said, had so much going on. We had Magnolia, we had Mad Hatter, Dirty Crow, they had Hyenas. They had a whole bunch of little clubs going.
Okay.
And so we did an open mic. Me and Mike did an open mic at Magnolia. And when we were out there, there was this guy there that is he has a cover band for a Motown.
Okay.
So they do Motown songs, you know, cover band. Well, we had done this open mic, and I'm probably maybe a month in the game, 2 months in the game. And we did this open mic, and he had asked us, you know, hey, I got this show coming up on New Year's Eve. You know, can you y'all work on it?
Okay.
What do you want us to do? You know, so he wanted us to come up and tell jokes. He gave us a 10-minute set to tell jokes. So in the middle of him playing as an intermission, we would tell, hey man, okay, when I tell you that this was the scariest thing that I ever seen and done in my life, this was New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
right before the ball dropped. Drunk folks,
Yeah.
me telling jokes, and not just
Not
telling
there for comedy,
It
really.
was a lot of people there, man. It
Right.
was a lot of people there. And yes, Busco, not for comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, they were here for him to hear music.
Yeah, a
Well,
good
man,
time.
Yeah. Well, one guy, it was 3 of us there, and one guy got up and he did his set, and it was cool. It was good, you know. Well, me and Mike, I got up after that and I did mine. Well, when I did mine, the energy that shifted from everybody paying attention to conversations
Yeah.
shifted to the stage and started talking or looking and paying attention to what I had to say.
Right.
It was ridiculous. Okay, and like I said, once I saw that eye contact, it was over with, man. It was over with, you know. And
It's a good
hey,
experience.
man. Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, it was a scary. Listen, Busco, okay, okay, check this out. This dude gave us 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Busco, check this out. I'm 2 months in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 2 months in
It's
the
a short
game.
amount of time.
Okay. This dude said 10 minutes, and I got up there and I started talking and saying my jokes and saying what I had to say after this first guy. And like I said, once I saw that energy shift to like this, and I said, okay, I got him.
Right.
First thing I did was after I said I got him,
Yeah.
I hope I got 10 minutes with this. Hey, I said, ooh, okay, now what do I do? God, man, let me see. And then I just started jogging through all the open mics that we had.
Oh, yeah.
And the crazy part about it is when we were hitting these open mics, you can tell which open mics you get, you know, good feedback from.
Right.
Right.
So we're hitting these open mics, and I just had to jog through it. I just had to get to. Okay, I was at Magnolia, and I hit him with this one. Okay, I was at Mad Hatter, and I hit him with this one.
Right,
I was
right.
over here, and I hit him with this. Man, how much time is that? And it was just the on the fly thing because I never knew how to write jokes. I never
Right.
knew how to write them down. I never knew how to. Telling jokes is more than people think than just getting. Man, you
Well,
You gotta look into the camera when you say that part, bro.
telling jokes is more than what people think.
Like you said, working a bar though, because I'm the same thing. I can work a bar and I can make people laugh and have little individual conversations and do this and play these people against these people and joke around and do that. But now translate. I've been doing that 20 years.
Yeah.
But translating that to on stage is a thing that I think, you know, one thing that I definitely, as someone who came into this really just wanting to be a promoter, not as much a comedian, but ultimately got on stage and tried it. Yeah, like it's comparing farming to cooking, man. Like there's a great
Two
Mitch
different
Hedberg
things.
joke about that, but like it's a different thing where you are, and most of the time, a lot of time, the really, really funny people will never get on stage.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, just the people that make you roll off stage.
Yeah,
Like, they're
yeah.
never even going to get on stage because it is such a different animal. But I like what you said there about catching their attention because, yeah, that's another side of it, too. There's people who are great joke writers, really funny, but when they get on stage, for whatever reason, people just want to talk over them or want to, disrespect their presence to an extent. I don't know what that's about necessarily, but I think a lot of stuff plays into that. But, but certain people get up there, and there's certain people within our scene that, they get on stage, and it's like, okay, well, even if this person's struggling, people are still going to be watching.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Even then. So that's a really cool first experience. So you only, like I said, you only been doing this a year, so that's not long. In that time, what's like your worst show or experience been so far?
Man, I did an open mic, and open mics.
Oh yeah, it's like AA meetings, but more depressing.
I get nervous at open mics. Okay? Yeah, I'm scared at an open mic. I would much rather go do a show than an open mic. Okay,
right.
But I walked into an open mic, and no joke, man, there was a softball team there, and I'm not gonna put the mic out there, man, but there was a softball team there, okay, and they had just so happened to stumble up in there, and I don't know where they were from, but they were speaking like some Irish or Scottish or something, man, like something, dude. I don't know. Okay, so
they weren't from around here.
Yeah, they wasn't from these parts. You know what I'm saying? But I stumbled up in there, man, and when we got in there and we were doing our open mic, these fools sat there and they heckled everybody that came up. Okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, man. And check this out, man. We're in here, and it's a bunch of people in here, but it's a bunch of people that are there to see comedy. It's a bunch of people there that are doing comedy, but these guys are in here and they're heckling everybody. So I got up, and it's just to the point where it's over with, Yeah. So I got up, and I didn't say one joke, man. I just turned to him and just let him know, like, dude, this isn't the place, man. Not with me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen with me.
Right.
Yeah. I can get rowdy too, So just sit back, enjoy your drinks, and just chill, man. I don't know where you're from, but this is Fort Worth, brother. We're not doing it. Don't do it, bro. So when I did it, I instantly thought to myself, I'm by my damn self in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come with no homeboys.
Nothing.
You got 13 Norwegian softball players over here.
And they looking at me crazy like they want to, snatch mountain goats off the side of mountains. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
throw it at your
man. Yeah, bro, but like it was like, man, they gonna beat me up outside, But it went over well because when I said it, that ate up my whole set. Me telling them like, dude, don't do that around here, man. You know what I'm saying? It ate up my whole set.
Right.
But everybody in there was fed up with the fact that these people just kept on heckling everybody, and they did.
Oh, yeah.
I said what they wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like, okay, now I got support. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I was done saying it, my set was over with, man. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to worry about a joke, but it was probably my worst one, man. It was my worst experience, dude. Like,
still turned into a good positive.
Yeah,
well, it did, but dude, that's the worst one.
And then you had some people on your back, that were riding with you that night, so that made it a whole lot better too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, Mr. Johnson. How y'all doing? All right. Now this is the portion of the show.
On my nerves, boy.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I like dude that's over here to my right. If y'all know the camera set up and everything. I like dude to my right. When I first met him in Fort Worth at an open mic called Bodegas. So we was there and having a good time and everything else. But I didn't know who he was. But the princess that I know is named Diego, and he was like, "Hey, there's a
Shout
dude,
out Diego.
Diego,
eyelashes.
boy, he got some immaculate eyelashes. Ladies, if you want to know on how to get your eyelashes right, let's talk to Diego
Morales.
But so
AKA Texas Chuckle.
that word, yeah. But You should have seen him. Oh, AJ, man, AJ this and AJ that. I'm like, all right, let me check him out. And when he got on stage, blew it out the park, bro.
Man.
Blew it out the park. And when I seen him do it that night, I talked to him and everything else. And I said, you my competition, bro. He said, no, it ain't nothing like that. I said, no, iron sharpens iron. So you need somebody in this field. If you want to be the best that you can be or the greatest that you want to be, there always have to be somebody that brings you up to the next level. Okay? So we both been in
iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, you know, they know what I'm talking about. I'm from Texas, baby. Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron.
Can't
you
do
understand
nothing
what
but
I'm
put
saying?
ashes in the urn.
It's going to be hot when that urn get ready. That's what I'm saying, Busco.
That's all good. We got
So that's what I want to say. But the next question is so thank you.
That's exactly. He was just illuminating how that works.
Right.
Showing you.
He said illuminated. Okay.
Iron.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. So who is the next question is, who is your favorite comedian?
To be honest with you,
Be honest, Black folk.
I can't point out a favorite now, and the reason I say I can't point out a favorite is because there's so many different comedians and so many different styles. Okay, you've got some comedian. Let's put, for instance, I don't know, y'all might know Shed G.
Right.
Shed G.
I haven't met him yet, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Busco,
he
nice.
does a lot of clean comedy.
Oh,
Clean
okay.
comedy. Okay, a lot of clean comedy.
He ain't Cosby, is he?
No, he not.
Now he's still out Shed on the streets. He out here ripping and running and doing these shows and
Yeah,
stuff.
he
You know, he ain't.
He don't need none of that.
Yeah, no. He good.
He got
good.
charisma.
Yeah. But he does a lot of clean comedy.
Yes,
so
he does.
you can say somebody who does clean comedy, that's one style, and he's a beast at doing clean comedy.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody like, let me see, let's say myself, Rich, you, Mike, Diego, who can do clean comedy, but their main comedy style is not necessarily the cleanest.
Right. 100%.
And they're still beasts at the game. Now, and that's just talking about the locals that I run with. Okay. Now, if you're talking about others like Celebrity, the comedian, he can do clean comedy and a little dirty comedy.
Yeah,
You know,
I just saw him for the first time recently.
Really?
And he's funny. You know what I'm saying? He's
a beast,
funny.
bro.
He's
a beast.
funny.
He's a beast.
So when
Shout
you
out to
say a
Celebrity.
favorite comedian, I can't pick out. Just
It's hard
one
to
favorite
pinpoint.
Yeah, I can't do it. You know, comedian KG, I can't pick out just one comedian. You know,
Gotcha.
there's comedians in Atlanta. Chris Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? Can't point them out. You know, you can't touch them. You can't put them all in that one person. So you can't really weed out who your favorite is. I like a lot of styles. What I am, the type of person that I am with comedy is I like hearing I like hearing comedians work on new material. Okay.
Right.
I like hearing a comedian come up. You do a show. I like to hear something new that you've done also. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Not just the
after
same
that,
set
not
every
just
time.
the same set every
Yeah,
time.
that gets old.
Yeah, I like the new material, you know, and it's not just showing that it's something new to listen to. It's showing that you're actually really writing down stuff. You're not just up here got 20 minutes here and that's all you got. You're still incorporating new things. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I roll.
Right. Yeah. And watching
Expand your mind.
people evolve kind of in their comedy.
Right.
No, that's been a part I've liked about it too, is watching people go from, being very awkward and not good, and then just like
Progressive.
after a year and a half, 2 years, they finally find their niche
Right.
or their presence, and then they just kind of start going
from
off
there.
a little bit. It's
Right.
good.
Right.
Well, yeah. So, what advice would you give somebody, like if they're watching this or they've been going to open mics, hanging around certain open mics, because there's a lot of different networks of open mics in Dallas too. What kind of advice would you give them for coming into they're coming in right now? Well, actually, since I just got passed a letter here from my editor.
From the editor.
Yeah.
go,
Editor Dick P. Moore. We call him Dick P. Moore, editor.
Okay.
Editor-in-chief of the DDFW comedy show. He said that we have to have a break for a second, so we're going to take a break. And then we're going to come back here. We're going to finish up this interview with Adrian, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the do's and don'ts of comedy and some other good stuff. So thank you for watching the DDFW Comedy After Show. We'll be back in one moment.
Uno momento.
So welcome back to the DDFW Comedy After Show. We are here today, as always, with Richard Moore. I'm
Yes,
your
sir.
guest host today, Busco Jones. And we got
Busco.
Adrian Johnson over here at the end of the
Hey.
table. Adrian, real quick, we're going to get into, towards the end of the show, we do some stuff we do called do's and don'ts, and then we talk a little bit about some of the shows coming up, and then we talk about open mics. So you already talked about, like, you know, getting into comedy, kind of what you would tell people, some advice, but, like, what are some of the exact, like, do's and don'ts that you may have for people coming in? Start with do's.
Dudes.
Now, dudes, I'd say has to be yourself. You know, get up there and do you. And the reason I say do you, and it's a kind of a crazy story, but like my first show that I did was at with George Red Speaks, you know, Comedy Junkie Society.
Yeah.
I was at Hyenas.
Fort Worth.
Hyenas Fort Worth. My very first show, and my pastor showed up to the show. And the
Yes,
first thing
Lord.
that he said, you should when he came, I and you know me, Rich. Y'all know how I ride. Okay, when he walked in, I said,
Good Lord, give me some Bazzi.
yeah, and fast, you know. And it was funny because I had been telling my mom not to come to these shows. Don't come, Mama, don't come.
Right,
you know?
right.
But my pastor showed up, and it caught me by surprise. But he looked at me, he said, hey, I'm not here for all that. You know, he said, I'm going to tell you, do what got you here to this point.
Yeah.
And
Say that again.
even do what got you here to this point.
Wow.
So when he said that, you know, and when he told me that, I knew that, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm be me. Be
you.
You know? And that's what I base my comedy on, is being me. My comedy, I can't come out here and I can't use Rich's story as my comedy.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? The reason I can't use Rich's story is because I don't live Rich's life.
Right, it wouldn't be genuine.
Exactly. The same thing that Rich sees, I don't see.
Right.
You know, until Rich brings it to my sight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I can't use Rich's comedy. I can't use your comedy. I can't use Diego's comedy. I can't use George's comedy.
Right.
That's for them, you know.
100%.
But mine is for me. You know, so me doing what got me here is what's gonna pretty much what got me notoriety was being me. So continue to be me and continue to grow as being me. Go do my life story. Tell my life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, on stage. Make it funny. Make my life funny. You know.
I'm about to catch the Holy Ghost.
Like I said, once he told me that, man, I knew I was good. You know, so
Right.
always be you. Do what you got to do to be you. You know, I mean, to get your comedy out there. Everybody's life has something different. You know,
Right,
So
right.
be you. Don't bite nobody's jokes. Be you. Be genuine. Be original.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of joke biters out there. You know, what I'm saying?
Man, no comment.
I'm gonna be quiet. You know, but be you. Be you. You know, yo.
I'm sorry.
Your baby mama ain't the same as my baby mama. I can only get up there and tell the jokes about my baby mama that did. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I can't
sir.
tell them about y'all's. You
Right.
know? So be you. You know, if you don't have anything funny, guess what? It's just not there.
It's not there.
It's not there. So with that said, and it's not there. Let me look at the camera.
I'm going to write some fake
It's
situations,
not
though, son.
there. Okay, so move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, that's what these open mics are for. It's for practice.
Yes, it is.
So if you don't have anything there on a show and your show is not straight and it's whack, don't bite somebody else's jokes. You should have went to the open mics.
Oh,
You
yeah,
should have
yeah.
practiced. You know what I'm saying? And instead of doing what you're doing, practice if you want to get on the show. Okay,
Right.
and that's one thing that I had to get familiar with just recently. You know, Dallas is a long way from me, and I like
Right.
the Dallas scene. I love the Dallas scene. Like I said, it's popping in Dallas. Okay?
Right.
So it's a ways away from. So I got in my head and was just like, man, I can't drive out there today. You know. Next thing you know, they carried over to a week. Then finally, it was man, you got to get up and go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta
Right.
get up. But through that whole few weeks that I wasn't hitting any mics, I wasn't getting any shows either.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I wasn't working on material.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So now, when I got up and went, working on new material, I see what worked out. Boom, bang, bing. I hit a show last night and it killed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to go to these open mics. You got to
Stay
work on,
active.
you got to stay active. You know what I'm saying? You've got to get out there. If you want somebody to put you on a show, if you want somebody to see your face and know who you are, you got to put your face out there in front of them.
Okay.
You know? So you've got to move. You got to.
Okay. So the next question is, what is your don'ts? Did I pronounce that right? What are your don'ts, Mr. AJ, the comedian?
That was a good one. I like the formation. You know.
Well, thank you, sir.
The pronunciation.
I do my best.
I heard every letter.
You heard okay. What are your don'ts, Mr. Adrian, the comedian?
I heard the apostrophe and everything, and the don't. You know what I'm saying? My don't is I don't like to get on stage. I don't like to get on stage and just go out and straight flat out roast the audience. Okay, roast the crowd. Okay. Some people can get away with it.
Yeah, it's not a good look at open mics.
As
man.
far as of right now,
right,
and it's not. Like I said, some people can get away with it, but I can't. The reason I said I'm too new in this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build up a fan base.
Right.
So I don't want my fan base to think that they're going to come to a show and I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to talk crazy to them. You know, talk crazy about them, you know, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you have fun, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't want to scare, but like I said, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, because y'all know just as well as I do, we run with some talented roasters, okay?
Oh, yeah.
We roll with some roasters that will roast you about you.
Mike.
Make you feel bad, bring
Diego.
you up, and then make you feel bad again and bring you back up, and you'll love
Panda.
him and buy him a shirt at the end of the show.
Ain't
you know
that
what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And that's how they do.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is they can do that. They can do that, and people love it.
Right.
People love it.
Not everybody can. Yeah.
Not everybody can.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't. So my main don't would be, don't get up there and roast the crowd until you've got some kind of until you've got
an arsenal, really.
Not necessarily just an arsenal, but a knowledge of how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least they heckle you. Definitely just don't go in on a crowd that's just sitting there because you got no material.
Exactly, because you have no material. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can go in there and you can still roast and touch the crowd and make it funny and make it a joke.
Right.
But there's certain ways you can approach it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go in there and just start dogging somebody out, man. So I wouldn't go in there just straight up and start dogging people out.
It's like how you said, you can't be malicious with it.
You can't. And I like that big word. That's a big word.
Thank
My boy
you,
Rich
man.
put that out there, malicious. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't. You
give
can't.
me that. I got a little bit of credit. I'm just saying, y'all. Just give me that. That's all I'm asking
Look
for.
at that. That man worked for Duncanville, boy. Look
Say, man, what,
Look at
man?
that.
I'm going to have to beep that out. Sorry. That isn't appropriate.
Man, what is you
can't do
doing?
that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Hey, man.
You see his eyes?
Say, dog, look,
see,
okay. Look,
You
man.
got. Y'all don't understand. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm done with this.
He ain't done with the interview.
I plead the fifth.
He ain't done with the interview. Okay, the thing of the matter is, if you
I plead
have
the fifth.
someone
1, 2, 3, 4.
in your family that is a comedian, please understand that everything that we are talking about, everything that we're going through, is our lighter side of jokes to make you smile.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And if
Exactly.
the whole issue of it is, if you take it to that extreme, I'm sorry. I really am. I apologize.
Yeah,
but
just making something serious out of goofiness.
and that's
Right.
it. You know, 'cause he just roast me, and I was like, oh snaps, he got me. You know, I'm not mad or I'm not bitter, but at the same time, when we're up there on that stage and we talking cash money, that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing intentional or intimate about it to make you feel bad.
And I'm gonna speak
saying.
on my behalf, especially if it's a show like we did last night with the Vatos, Chistosos, Diego Morales.
No, you said
Hey.
Chirosos.
Roasters. That's what his name is.
That's name it should be.
Man, that's what it should be.
That's what it should be.
That's what it should be.
I'm just saying,
But
if
if
y'all
it's
heard
a
this,
show
Vatos.
like that, man. Okay, look, I can't take any kind of I can't take credit for it, man. They gonna have me drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like he did last night. You can't.
And you
do
came
a
on
show.
time.
You can't do a show with Latinos and Latinas. You can't do a show with the Hispanic community, man, if you don't drink. Okay,
At least one.
You got to get your levels up.
man.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to be ready to roll with them. Just letting y'all know.
So with that said, I can't take credit for what's coming out of I can't be held responsible for the stuff coming out of my mouth if you start roasting me. You know what I'm saying? So, you
learning from the best, brother. You learning from the best.
Man, I'm just saying.
I get it, man. I get it.
So you said you had a show last night at Hyenas.
Yes.
You guys got any shows coming up this weekend? They're coming up soon?
This weekend, we've got a show in Dallas. Vatos Chistosos Underground Comedy League, Volume 2.
Okay.
It's the 31st at Hyenas in Dallas. It starts at 7:30.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a dope lineup. I want to come out and I want to be the person. The lineup's going to be dope because of myself. You know what I'm saying? But there is a certain person that's on that lineup too. His name is Richard Moore,
Wow.
But he's on that lineup too, so we're going to be
brother.
showing up to Dallas Hyenas,
that.
and we're going to be out there rocking it, and we're going to show out. We're going to have fun.
And I would not say anything about head jokes. I'm just letting y'all know. I would keep them to a minimum. You understand what I'm saying? I would keep that to a minimum.
I hope Rich doesn't wear any tight sweaters out this way, you know what I'm saying?
Say, my sweaters be fitting, bro. Don't be
okay. Your sweaters be
It's another word for tight.
Yeah, very tight, very tight. You know what I call tight sweaters, man? That's a man's girdle, bro. That's a man's girdle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, to tell the truth, Rich, whenever you put a tight sweater on, man, it's all fitting and it's all in shape, and it's right. But then just as soon as you let it out, don't lie, Rich. Just as soon as you go to take it off, don't tell me it don't. Tell me it don't, Rich. Tell me it don't, because I did a wife beater shirt like that at the house the other day. Tell me it don't, Rich.
Oh, I forgot about the wife
Rich
beater
trying to
shirt.
be all too sexy, man.
No, because see, this is what happened. Okay, he's talking about the wife beater shirt, right, y'all? But we don't talking about his wife beater shirt that he had on. He had like a full keg working, but I ain't saying nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
Because the wife beater was holding it in shape.
It was not holding it in shape. It was just a keg with a shirt on.
Yeah, the white round.
I mean, you couldn't miss it, man. You couldn't miss that mother. You know what I'm talking about? You couldn't miss it, brother. But that's my brother, because we did headshots with Shed G. Shout out to Shed G.
Shed G, yes,
and,
sir.
So once we did those, and he came in, did his little thing. He had a little shirt on and stuff.
You can see Rich belly button through a sweater.
You know what? And I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say anything.
Richard Audi Moore.
Busco, don't go with him on that, man. But
sorry.
This is what I'm gonna say about Adrian. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Funk of Funky Town, the
Funky Town, baby,
the Prince of Funky Town.
Hey,
I just want to let y'all know is that
he said it, not me.
You know what I'm saying? The Prince of Funky Town. Now y'all know right now he's gonna be the Prince of Funky Town, and everybody must chip in.
Yes,
we must chip in and get him a $10,000 gallon hat, because these certain things that he like right now, his brain is like pumping and it's making his. The hat that he has on is really actually already tight. It doesn't fit.
It's going to keep growing.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So with every situation that we're in right now, with the conversation it is just...
It's the Adrian Johnson Needs Room to
you know
Grow fund.
So we have to help him out. So we're going to put together, ladies and gentlemen, it's after listen to this, the DDFW show. We have to come together and do an Adrian head fund. That's all I'm asking for. $1 would be nice. 5 cents would even be better. But if we can get a hat that's a 10,000 gallon hat, we have reached our goal.
Hey, y'all over there talking about heads, man. Busco over there head looking like SpongeBob.
Yeah, it doesn't have, it's not circular. You cut the hair, dude.
Who is the cereal box under the sea?
SpongeBob SquareHead. How do we know that, bro? That's quit, man.
Hey, cheerings,
man. Cheerings mean more than one, right?
Man, cheerings is more than one.
Well, child. If you have a child, I'm not gonna put y'all in that group like everybody try to put me in.
Yeah. Rich just got one.
Just because I'm black, I got multiple kids running around.
That's when you call them churn. That's back in the day in the hood, they called them grandmama. Boy, you better come get your churn.
You see, that goes to show you how old we really are on this podcast right now.
Hey, used to come tell you.
I'm
you
just
don't
saying.
Get the churn, you gonna come up missing one. You know what I'm saying? And they used to really,
and they meant that,
man. Hey, grandmas back in the day, man. I remember my grandma one day, man. This no joke. back in the day, man, I wasn't the best of kid. Okay, my grandmama came out. She told me to go get a switch, man. I went and got a switch. Okay, and in the back of my yard there was a huckleberry bush. I went and got a switch, man, and I'm thinking I'm gonna come in there and act the fool with it. Like, okay, yeah, I got this little bitty switch, so I give it to her. Dog, check this out, bro. My grandmama looked at it, laughed, went outside in the backyard and came back in with a huckleberry switch. And the huckleberry switch, it's got thorns on it. You know?
Yeah.
Man,
He was child abuse?
nah, it wasn't child
Back
abuse.
then, that wasn't child abuse. It's called discipline.
Yeah, and that what they call that now, child abuse nowadays, man. That
look,
right there get your kid put in jail, bro.
I'm just saying, what that sound like head abuse.
That-
If
that
you would
was-
have headbutted this boy, you would have
Man.
won that fight. I'm just saying, brother, if you would have ran down, look here,
All I'm saying is you could have taken out that old lady.
you could have took. I'm saying, bro, I understand what you're saying. Grandma was
These kids these days will.
Hey,
But I'm just saying.
yeah, because they believe in child abuse.
You see
know
what I'm saying? But if you would have, Grandma, I'm not taking this.
Hey,
Head first,
Rich, Rich,
Grandma would have been
Okay.
out of here, man.
Rich know he just
I'm
playing
just
because
saying.
back in the day, man, you would
you know
lay
he ain't
head
saying
first
nothing.
into a grandmama, man, she just gonna uppercut you and lay you right there in the living room.
You
know
feel
what
me?
I'm saying?
Okay, Boost, I know we got.
They have what I call oppressing strength. You know what I mean? Like that old man strength, the same thing. You meet an old white man that actually killed somebody in the war type of man. They have a different kind of strength that our generations, I don't think. We don't have that
never
spirit about it.
understand.
So
No,
it's a
we
different
don't.
thing.
You know
So you
why?
gotta be careful with
You
them.
know why? And it's lost. It's lost. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah, it's
understand
gone.
that.
Yeah.
But it's lost in this next generation because they never went outside
Which
into
is
the
we-
sun.
I know.
They ain't out in the sun. You
Well,
know,
they
the
don't
sun
run
put
around
that
playing.
in you, man. Yeah, the sun put that in you, man.
true.
When
They
you
do
get
that.
outside and get in the sun, it put that strength in you, man. These kids won't ever know it because they playing video games,
It's gonna
bro.
be funny. It'll be 50, it'll be 70-year-olds knocking out 20-years-olds.
I'm telling
True,
you,
though.
I'm telling you, because they come out trying to play Call of Duty in real life. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
they-
saying? They trying to play.
Smackdown. What are you doing, son?
Oh, man.
This ain't
What?
Medal of War, boy. You better go on.
Man, this has been a beautiful day, y'all. Y'all
Go,
have no
go pick
idea.
up that life pack over there and come back and see me. Nah, this ain't that, boy. You get messed up messing with me, boy. Hey,
Oh, but we about to close out here
put these things on. Yeah.
shortly. Richard, you got a show tonight,
Might
right?
look like
Yes,
Roy Jones,
yes,
but
You see how he did that? He made the whole world shake when he did that with his head. I'm just saying. But yes,
see?
what?
Go ahead.
Man, come on, man. I'm waiting on you. Anyway, but yes, I do have a show tonight at Hyenas.
Hyenas. All right, that's a Fresh Faces show, right?
Fresh Faces with Mr. Lawrence.
Lawrence and
Rich Moore, Hyenas.
You know what I'm saying?
so go check that out tonight if you got a chance.
Check him out.
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah, I bet you could call. You could probably text Rich and probably get a comp seat or something if you looked him up. online.
Well,
Where they get a free
last
ticket.
week we said about support, brother.
Oh, my bad. You right.
So
I'm sorry.
we're still going
We
with
got-
the support
I
part
forgot
of
it's
it.
Sunday. What am I thinking? I was
I'm
thinking
just,
Saturday, Friday.
I love you, Busco, but I'm just saying. Last week it was my
It's
see
$10.
how- We said $10.
That's $10 for the show.
So we said support. You see how I raised up with that part?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's all about support.
Hey, we don't
That's
need
what I'm
help,
saying.
Busco. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? You know
So
how
we're
black
gonna get
folks
that.
are, man. Whenever you do something like this, man, like for real, bro. You know how many times I've been hit up on Facebook and Messenger talking about, hey man, can you hook me up with a ticket? Hey,
Bro,
man,
we
can you
can't.
hook me up with a ticket?
Man,
Hey, I can't even hook myself up with a ticket, dog. I'm still paying at the door.
The
You know
door
what I'm
fee
saying?
sometimes.
Come
Oh,
on,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Y'all support us.
Yeah.
You know
you
what I'm
understand
saying?
why? But
Support us.
But people-
you know, like help out.
I'm glad you. Yeah, but so
Shoot.
support is $10 tonight.
$10
You
a night.
can
My
make
bad.
it.
I messed
you
that
know?
up. My bad.
No, you did good. You did good.
But-
you did good, sir. You did good.
On the
So-
screen
Who's
now.
gonna help him?
I'm sorry.
But,
what we got now? We got the open mics we're talking about
We got
now.
the open
Let's
mics.
Close it out. So like we got some open mics rolling in the back behind us on the screen. Like so, what right now? What open mics are you hitting up? Or
I'm sorry.
No,
we're
you
gonna
good.
have a new mic coming in February.
oh, okay,
That mic is gonna be downtown Dallas at the Chocolate Lounge.
Right.
It's gonna start from 5 to 9. From 5 to 7, you're gonna be able to sign up, and then 7 o'clock we're gonna get it rolling.
Nice venue.
And it's gonna be presented with CSUM.
okay. I think it's there right
Yeah,
there. On
you know what I'm
it's on
saying.
the screen now.
It's a chocolate state of mind. That's what CSUM stands for. Chocolate state of mind. So shout out to my partner Prime. You know what I'm
Well,
saying.
y'all hear that? 2021, they
So-
trying to make the whole world chocolate.
You feel me? Chocolate comes out state of colors, baby. That's what CSUM stands for. So
50 shades of chocolate.
you feel me? It's all different colors, baby. So let's rock this. Let's make this a. I don't want to preach right now, but yes, we are gonna
make
have
it a
open mic on
chocolate
February the
event.
1st. So I'm just letting y'all know.
Sweet. So yeah, if you want to support like the show's mics, that's gonna be one that Richard's gonna be running, and our producer Amy Goki's gonna be running as well. So it should be, like I said, a great mic that you can come out and get some more practice on a Monday night in Dallas, because we don't really have any options in Dallas on Monday night right now.
He said should be good. Ain't that?
Well, listen,
I'm just saying, bro. The words that you use is gonna make people come. You should come out tonight. I don't know. It should be good. What type of?
Well, y'all go see that chocolate brother, Rich Moore, do his thing.
Eyes caramel boss.
Let that caramel,
eyes caramel boss.
That caramel brother do his thing on the mic. Go watch him.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and then we can go on to the next one. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done, bro. Appreciate comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, appreciate comedy.
Yes.
But up here, what we're doing, some people might think it as being, I'm shunning on somebody of the culture, and it's not the case.
No.
It's the observation that I see, and when I'm in the world, and if I can make light of that situation, then I'm gonna do that.
Well, humor should bring us together. Like humor
should.
Yeah, we can.
But at the
same, laugh at each other.
Right. But at the same time, people take that literally, and it's not literally.
Yeah.
It's just the observation that each comic sees in the world, so you can see what they're seeing and give you a story in the background.
Right.
So if we can take that as far as being comedy, the world won't be a brutal place anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's still gonna be some people doing some horrible stuff, but we gonna make our part of the world a little lighter is what we're trying to do.
like me.
Just a little lighter, just a little,
everybody's
a little less tense.
Yeah,
that's what comedy's supposed to do.
What I'm saying?
That's why I like Dallas as a city. Basically, it's got a lot of it's diverse. It's got a lot of people.
Right.
The comedy scene too has got a lot. I mean, it's like going to a big college or a big school in Texas. Like, if you go, everybody's, Texas is this, and horses and racist people. No. There's a few of those out there still. They got a handful. We know where they're at normally. They keep their land.
And them still say hi.
Yeah, what's happening? Dude, I'm going to have a chicken fried steak later. Good chicken fried steak. The more racist an area is, the better chicken fried steak is.
And watermelon.
I've noticed.
I'm just saying
watermelon.
They grown and hand-picked. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it just... In Dallas and the big cities, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, you have in all the college towns, you have a very diverse population.
Right.
Where you can, like, if you need that cultural anchor to where you have to be around, you need to be around people that might around yourself. You can find that.
Right.
But you can easily go out and whether it be through comedy or music or just going to a bar and drinking, you can find a diverse group of people. And like I said, just what Richard was saying, I think if you watch any comedians, you go to an open mic or you follow somebody online and they post a joke that seems insensitive, try to consider that they're at least their intention was to be funny, even if they're not funny to you.
Right.
That's the thing.
And it's not even just. I think it's not even just about the intention to be funny. It's. Some people could be going through something a little different. Some people could be going through the same situation, but turn around and try to and have different ways of dealing with their situations.
Right.
Dealing with the same situation.
Yeah.
So with that said, you never know what somebody else is going through.
Right.
But if you're coming to a show.
Yeah, be ready to
now,
laugh.
If you're coming to a show.
Yeah, don't.
That's the thing that I'm saying.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That release, somebody's release on stage.
Right.
That their release on stage could be their release.
That's
what they deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Give them that break.
So give them that break. Let them release. You never know what they're going through. I hear it a lot doing this comedy stuff. Is people will say all the time, man, I gotta get off, man, and get off stage, hurry up and get off, and I gotta hurry up and get back home to so and so or my this and my that.
Oh yeah.
Some people, we have real lives outside of this. We have real lives.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we still have our own issues. We still have our.
We still got jobs. We're working jobs.
I gotta leave this podcast and go pay my car payment.
That's what I'm saying.
We
have jobs,
lives and stuff to do.
We don't have personal assistants. Come on.
No, we don't have those shit.
Yeah, mine quit on me, man.
I got one, but he beige and he don't care.
Anyway,
but yes, it's just a simple.
He used his crayons on a coloring book instead of his calendar, man. That's what he used his crayons for, man. Shoot.
And one more thing, if you know the comedian personally, you know what I'm saying? Like family members, friends, everything else. Don't take it as that. Please do not take it as that. We're our friends, we're our family, we love each other. At the same time, we're giving our perspective. So if you're a family member of a comedian and you feel like they said something that went too far, then maybe that's on you.
Maybe
And
you're not.
and you know this person for a however long a time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe that's on you.
No, I'm with you. To me, if you get offended this day and age, unless someone's being hateful or angry at you directly, that's a whole other thing. But if you go to a comedy show or you even log on Facebook and follow a comedian or go to Twitter or go to one of these places and then someone's trying to be funny, and even though it might be dark humor or something that's like really edgy or just even inappropriate or crude, you went to find that and seek that out and to become angry. So that definitely speaks more to you than it does to the person who's at least trying to express these thoughts.
Thank you, Mr. White Man, for saying that.
You know, no problem, man. That's why I'm
See how he did that. You see how he put it in words I couldn't put it in.
Yeah. That's nice.
Ain't that a bit?
I'm trying not to be an arrogant white man anymore. It's tough.
You got to stop being
It's
that
tough.
way.
I come from generations of what it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you have to stop that. We have to come together.
I mean, I can meet you. You can, if I would have introduced you, well, my grandfather probably wouldn't have wanted to meet you.
Hey, look at where Busco is now, Grandpa.
Just kidding, man. Just kidding. My
And I would have
grandfather.
said, hey, Grandpa.
Look at Busco now. He's in a room with two brothers. You know what I'm saying? He's got two colored fellas.
Two colored. Them colors over there. I can't believe you're kicking it with them colors.
Yeah. Well,
Get away from them colored people.
That's why we took your ass off the family tree.
Yeah. Had to make room. Never mind.
We knew it was gonna happen.
I can see you had the color in you.
We're cutting that branch off.
Oh man. But yeah, so just like I said, if you're watching this stuff, don't take it so seriously. Go to the show, enjoy yourself, lighten up a little bit. That's what we're trying to do here, all in all. But yeah, so you've been watching these mics go behind us. As we close out here, like what mics in town do you like the most right now? Because you said you're in Fort Worth, and there's a pretty vibrant mic community over there, right?
Is.
It's kicking off again.
It is. It's kicking
Vibrant.
off. And see, and that's the thing that happened with the COVID.
Vibrant.
I'm sorry.
He did. That did
He
sound
said-
like kind of flowery. Like
I'm just
flowers
asking, bro. I thought he had some
You know,
strawberries
man.
and
I
cucumbers
think he
around
said
this
limp wristed is what we call it.
He told me. He said, "Stiffen my wrist." You know what I'm saying? Stiffen my wrist when I talk. You know. But now
the shows that the
Open mics.
on the open mics in Fort Worth, the COVID kind of shut down a lot of stuff. COVID took over and it shut down, and Dallas came back before Fort Worth.
Yes.
Well, Fort Worth, when they did come back, Fort Worth is coming back with a lot of new spots, and Fort Worth's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
You got Mad Hatter that's kicking off. You got they're doing Library. They're doing Bodega. They're doing
is it Playground?
Playground. We've got there's a new one that just started up 2 weeks ago called Legends.
The LO is that the LOL?
LOL.
I saw that one.
Shout out to Justin.
Yes, shout out to Justin.
Shout out to Justin.
To Ian. Shout out to Sammy. They're doing a good thing over there, man, and it's a good spot, man.
Okay.
Hey,
And
check this out. When I told you that I had been taking, I took that time off because for one, about what you said earlier in the show. So I took that time out. But
I'm gonna sip
the
on
first
that
one that I came back to was Legends.
Yeah.
Man, it was live, man.
And it was tight.
It was live, man.
it was like boot hole tight.
See, hey, it was live, okay? It was live.
Like I said, there's something you don't have to say.
It was people in there. Hey, the food is good. The food is real good. But it was a crowd in there.
Crowd's a good thing in an open
Yes,
It was
man.
a crowd in there, man. It was a crowd. So shout out to them for doing that thing over there at Legends, man. But yeah, it's a lot of scenes coming back in Fort Worth.
That's
lot of
what's
scenes coming
up.
in Fort Worth. But Dallas, like I said, is popping off, man. Shout
Okay.
out to George Red Speaks.
George
Shout out
Red
to
Speaks.
Diego
What's
Morales.
up?
Diego got the
Texas
Dusty's
Chuckle
in
and
Denton.
You know
He's
what I'm
got
saying?
Del Sur in
the who?
Dallas.
that
Del
one-
Sur.
They stopped that one.
Oh,
for now.
they stopped that one for now?
Okay.
Okay.
I got one for you. It's in down the street from us, Busco. It's in Rowlett.
Oh yeah, the Wednesday night one. Yeah, I went
Wednesday
this
night.
week.
I went this week.
What'd you think?
I thought the Klan would come. That's all I'm gonna say.
You said the Klan?
I thought they were coming, bro.
It was. It
is but what I'm saying is,
I'm with you on that one.
it's a when you see it, you was like,
They didn't come though. Let's just say.
You know what I'm saying? But you could
Sound like, boy,
you can feel the N-word in the air.
man.
all the way, bro. But they didn't say it. They was like, we're glad to see y'all. And I'm like,
I bet you are.
But they was, you know what I'm saying?
What that meant, bro? They was hoping one of y'all stumbled, preferably you.
Well, it was two of
So
us
they
that
can
stumbled into that situation. And
Oh, well,
we-
they was hoping both of y'all stumble
no,
so they can take you on back and go ahead and do that little sacrificial.
no, we're not doing sacrificial lamb around here, sir.
No,
I'm just saying.
They only
But-
eat beef here in Texas.
You know what I'm saying? But it
We
was,
know that so that bar actually is it's a lesbian. It used to be a lesbian.
It used to be a lesbian bar.
Shout out to the lesbians.
Rambling Rose.
Rambling Rose.
So
And
that's
you know, the crazy thing, I always passed by that bar, and I always wanted to go into it just to see what it was
Yeah.
like. And
Is
my suspicion was confirmed.
Yeah, but
at the same
it's
time,
good mic though.
it really is. At the same time, they still embrace me.
Yeah.
I'm
Right,
talking
right.
noise right about, and that's one that y'all know.
He's just
But,
feeling the ghost of like the 60s and 70s and 80s
yeah,
that's still in the room.
you know,
Oh, okay.
Still
you know that type of stuff. I don't want to get, you know. But it was actually a
good time.
It was actually a good night, man.
Yeah, Brett's a good dude. I went to that
Brett's-
mic one
right,
night.
and he told me that you came that night.
Yeah, I
He told
went
me
one
you
night
came.
and did my thing. And what I liked about that one was there was a crowd.
See, I didn't get no. See, we didn't get no crowd Wednesday.
Oh, you didn't have one that night?
It was like
Pretty
Willie
slow.
Nelson, little brother there,
And that was it.
and
Who?
Willie Nelson, little brother,
Oh,
and he was
Lord
telling me,
Jesus.
he was telling me, "Come on, roast me, Richard, roast me." So I got on him, and at the end of the night, he was talking about, I went to the pen. I done killed a man before. I was like, oh, but then his
bro.
homeboy had to take him up out of there. I'm like, bro, these all just jokes. You said I could roast you, and he, you know what I'm saying? But it was.
Now you see why I say,
But I'm
do
still gonna
not
go.
in there and roast people. Man.
I'm going though.
Do
No,
not.
but
You
he
might
asked for
catch-
that.
He
He
asked,
asked
for it.
for it, brother.
I bet he did call you brother.
He said, "Brother, bring it on, brother."
I
and
bet he
I did my
and
thing.
that's the ones you can't mess with.
and
man.
I waited till he
Not
left.
wrong there.
Hey man, that's the
waited till he
ones. That's the
left.
ones that'll spit tobacco juice in your eyeball from across the street with one tooth in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It ain't a dude. The name's gonna be Betty Sue or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, you can't do that,
You
Rich.
just thought that was
You
the dude.
can't do that, man. Have
Nah.
y'all seen that movie Wrong Turn?
It's been a while.
It's a
been
movie
while.
where a bunch of college students go to the wrong town and get caught up by this dude.
Oh,
who's
I've
trying
seen
to
movies
shake-
like that. but
Yeah, hey, well, okay, it's kind of you were in that wrong turn situation, man. You don't come up missing. Milk carton in the morning. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You gonna be in first 48 Dallas. You know, they're looking for you. boy.
Rowlett. We
Rowlett.
joking though, Brett.
Yeah,
the
Brett.
The mic's a really good mic.
Yeah, Brett. Keep it going. Don't stop that
Don't
mic,
stop
Brett.
it.
Don't stop
It's
that
a good
mic.
mic. Well, he won't. It's a music and comedy mic, which is a good experience because my
Man.
experience was different there. Obviously, for obvious reasons, right? But
Yeah.
in more realistic terms, like I had a crowd there that night because there's people there for music because it was like a Wednesday night before a holiday, I think.
Right.
And
right. Come
yeah,
on Saturdays.
nobody paid
Fridays.
attention. Nobody paid attention at all. But I like that because like if I have an idea of a joke I want to do, I'm just gonna try to go through it, even if nobody's gonna pay attention.
Right.
And a couple times I heard Brett laugh behind me, so then I'm like, okay. I'm
good
on
to go.
point. I know
Right.
where I'm at. Who cares? These people are paying attention. So, but we want to thank AJ, the comedian Adrian Johnson,
Thank
for coming
y'all
on.
for having me.
You can follow him on Instagram at Adrian Johnson 2019. I want to thank Richard for coming in today again and
you,
doing
sir.
this with us. Our producer Amy. Thank you for joining us at the after show. If you want to see your show or invite us out to your shows, just reach out to us through our Facebook page or through our YouTube, and we can definitely set up a show at your place or bring out some great local comedians, or even do an open mic. If you want to donate, we got Cash App at $GOKEY, GOKEY, Amy, AMY, or you can donate straight through Anchor. If you're listening to us through an Anchor app, anchor.fm, you can donate straight on that page. So like we were saying earlier, support local comedy. Go out to the shows. Pretty much every night in town there's something going on that you can check out, whether it be an open mic or some sort of pro show.
Right.
It's just every night.
Because
So
once we get there, family, I'm gonna say it again.
we will be there.
Once we get there, family, don't call me and ask for no comp. I'm gonna let you know right now. Don't call me and ask for no comp. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Well, I was saying on those there are improv has shows sometimes that are comp shows that they specifically have that you definitely want to get a comp to those shows because and the comedians will post on those shows call me about this show. Because
Busco.
they tell them to. So
Busco.
that's what I was talking about earlier.
Busco.
Not support.
Support, please. No comp for you, man.
Yeah. I'm paying full price and double because obviously. So
See,
Yeah.
that's called support, sir, gentlemen and ladies.
So thank you again for tuning into the DDFW Comedy After Show. We'll see you next week. We'll have some new guests or a new guest, and we'll do some more. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice night.
Peace out.